this lesson, we'll cover how to write reports online using the Horizon Cloud at discoverhorizon.com. Some inspectors write the reports from field notes and photos taken during the inspection. Many collect their data in the field using Horizon Mobile. We recommend you watch this video before starting to use the Horizon Mobile app. If you'd prefer to start using Horizon Mobile to collect your data, please skip ahead to the Horizon Mobile video in this series. To start your report, just click on the Report button to the right of the inspection address. You'll be taken to the report writing interface. Along the top rows, there are several buttons available. We'll discuss these as we go along. Horizon is a system-by-system format and is divided into the 9 systems of the home. It is not broken up room by room, so if you're used to that format, it may take some time to adjust. However, we believe that this method is far more robust and encourages you to look at the home as a whole to see the big picture. For example, the kitchen and bathroom components are under plumbing or interior. The chimney and fireplace would be found under the heating section. The garage is under exterior. Before I get started, I'll load my inspection photos by clicking Load Photos near the top left screen. This is the HTML5 uploader. Click Choose Files. Once you find the appropriate folder, you can click on one photo first and click Ctrl-A to select all. Once you select them, click Open. Horizon will upload them and compress them to a suitable size for use on the web. Now they can be used on your report. Each of these systems is divided into descriptions, limitations, and recommendations. By default, they contain almost 6,000 items ready to use on your reports. To demonstrate, under the roofing description section, I'll specify the roof type. Under sloped roofing material, click asphalt shingles. It's that easy. Next up, the home is considered to face north. Next, I'll specify the sloped roofing flashing material. If you make a mistake and click the wrong item, click on it again to remove it. In this case, it was metal. At the bottom here is a private notes category. To make a category stay open permanently, you can click Keep Open. Next, I'll move on to the limitations to note how I inspected the roof. Under Inspection Performed, I'll click with binoculars from ground and from roof edge. If I couldn't inspect the roof, perhaps because it was too steep, I can expand the Roof Inspection Limited Prevented By category and click the item to add it. I'll just deselect it again here, since I made these selections. To add any observations or defects, click on the Recommendation section. For the asphalt shingle roof, I want to note a cupping shingle. A screen will pop up inviting you to select the location, task, and time for the defect, as well as other information. These fields are not mandatory, but are optimized to save you a significant amount of time typing your report. They also help you to write consistent reports, providing the same level of information for each report item. I'll make a couple of selections here. In this example, I won't include any costs. You can also add this recommendation to the summary by clicking Add to Summary. To proceed, click Next. From this screen, you can add photos and any additional notes. There is also an alternate method to adding photos to different items, which are discussed in a separate tutorial. I won't add a note here, since adding a note for this simple issue might be redundant, and we don't want the client to read the same thing twice. This window is also responsive, which means it can be dragged around to fit your monitor size. If you have a larger monitor, it works great because you can see 4 or 5 rows of photos. On my smaller laptop here, I can show 2 rows of photos with 7 photos each. To add a photo to this comment, locate your photo and click to select. You can also mark up the photo by clicking on it again. Once you click the photo, you can add a circle, arrow, or annotate it. In this example, I'll add a standard red circle, which can be repositioned. Once you save it, that circle is permanently on the photo unless you reload it. So make sure that's where you want it, or click Clear Photo to start over before you hit Save. I'll change the circle size and then I'll re-add it. From this screen, you can also set your title page photo by clicking Title Page below the photo that you want. Once I hit Title Page, it's going to copy that image to the front of the report. Next, I'll hit Save and Close. And I'll also hit Granuloss. I'll choose Location as North, Replace as the task, and Time Discretionary. Also hit Next and attach a photo to that as well. If you select the wrong photo, simply uncheck it and click the other photo. I want to see how my report looks so far, so I'll click Preview at the top of the screen. First, I have my title page. There's the picture of the front of the house. Next, I have the cover letter. Think of this as a general thank you letter to the customer, along with a quick explanation of what the report is all about. There is some automation on the report, so things like the date, name, and address are being pulled in from the work order, which we created earlier. Also, the contact information is being pulled from your company profile. Now we're getting to the good stuff. The first tab is my summary. Near the top, we have included a link to a document called Priority Maintenance Items. This offers many tips on maintaining your home. Next, I have my recommendation on cupping and curling, since I made that selection earlier. A typical summary has several recommendations. This item has a Carson Dunlop knowledge base article attached to it. Once you click on the item, it takes you to the article. It also has an implication that is automatically added for you. It helps to reduce manual typing and also reduces your liability. Note that you do have the option to remove the implication when making the recommendation. We include them by default to make things easier. Then you have your location, task, and time. Afterwards is the summary conclusion, which contains a link to ballpark costs for home improvement. Next, I have my roofing section. Here I have my descriptions, limitations, and recommendations. This is my output of the data and photos I selected in the report writing screen. It's also include my photo which I selected. On my Granuloss comment, it's also included my photo and an illustration as well. Horizon has over 1,700 illustrations in our database. At the end of the document, we include a reference library. These are a series of documents, over 400 pages, that help the client understand more about their home. This is included free of charge with your reports, and it's in addition to the resource articles and illustrations that are included with Horizon. All of this valuable information helps to significantly reduce report writing time and the number of callbacks you receive on your inspection report. You can close the preview at any time. There are a few other tools we'll briefly discuss in this lesson, including required items and search. Required items will show you a list of items that are still required for your inspection report to consider it complete, as per your standards of practice. Ideally, you would click this near the end of your inspection to see if there's anything you might have missed. Required items is covered in a separate tutorial as well. There is also the speed write option, which will power you through all of the required items in sequence from beginning to end. You can use this when you think the inspection is done to see if there's anything you might have missed. You can also use search to quickly search our database. In this example, I'll type in clogged gutters. It's also a partial keyword search, so I can type in CLOGUT. To add this to my report, I'll click Add. And from here, you're taken to the Location, Task, and Time screen. If you don't need to add a photo, you can click Save and Close. Alright, in this lesson we have covered basic data and photo entry in your report. In the next lesson, we'll review publishing a report. Thanks for watching.